Sorry, my coffee just kicked in. I'm like, do I need to go poop now? Hi, welcome to Angel's Anything Show. And today, I'm gonna tell you about the time a bunch of gypsies came and accosted me and my friends in Paris. If you've been following the channel, you know I recently took a trip to London and also an overnight trip to Paris. Well, you'll have to wait until next Monday to see that vlog. Plug, 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 plug. I thought I would share with you a crazy story that happened on our trip to Paris, maybe as a little teaser for the upcoming vlog. I was there with my girlfriend, Tilly. I mean, not my little girlfriend, my gal pal, but you know, we could have a nice life together. We were there in Paris for like 24 hours. And Tilly also had some friends who were traveling and they were in Paris that day too. So we thought, let's all meet up and have a picnic outside the Eiffel Tower, because outside the Eiffel Tower, it's like this big field and people like hang out there and picnic, chill, you know, it's like whatever. So we pick up some snacks, some spreads. I picked up a delicious olive tapenade, and also, funny part of the story, which you'll see more of in the vlog, is that we were looking for crackers and we were so hungry and like somewhat hungover and just very tired from traveling, and all we could find was matzah. So basically we had a box of matzah, olive tapenade. Tilly had like a bag of like these really delicious chocolates that she loves, and I think that was like all we contributed to the picnic. The friends we met up with brought like fancy meat, like it's ham maybe, but it's like, you know, like it's like very thin sliced ham, like it would go on a charcuterie board, you know, it's like, fuck, what is that called? We got a bunch of grapes, we had wine, oh, lots of bread. So we're all chilling, posted up, picnicking, having a nice day. And, you know, people kept walking past us like, with like, you know, Eiffel Tower, like trinkets and cheap little tokens and stuff, just like people trying to hustle. You kind of just are like, no, and then you just like ignore until they walk away. So, then, I don't know, we've been sitting there like 20 minutes. We see like a young girl and a young boy come up, and the young girl walks up. She has one of those melodicas, and she's like do 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 do, like trying to. It was like she was trying to hypnotize us with her melodica. I really vividly remember this girl coming up. She looked very dirty and like rough, you know, and she had these like fringe boots on, like link boots, and with this melodica, and I was like, is she trying to be like this fairy woodland creature, like, I'm hypnotizing you with my melodica? So we're all just like looking at each other. I mean, she couldn't have been more than 10 years old, but my guess is like probably 8 years old. And all of a sudden she like kneels down with her melodica, kneels down in front of us, and before we know it, she starts looking at us and reaching into our bag of grapes. Now, we had a ton of grapes and there were seeds in them, so I was like, whatever, take the grapes. And we're like, oh, poor girl, like, sure, have some grapes, you know? Stupid girls. Us, stupid. She takes some grapes, we're like, okay, and then she like takes more grapes, and then we're like, okay. Like, she looked like she was like waiting to get in trouble. We're like, no, you can have some. And then she reaches her hand in again, she looks at us, counts that there's 4 of us, and she has 4 grapes in her hand, and then she hands us the 4 grapes that she picked, and then tries to take the rest of our grapes. Like, oh, you guys only need 1 each and I'm gonna take the rest. And that's when the story takes a turn. We're like, whoa, like, what are you doing? And then she starts like taking off pieces of our bread. And then we see her brother kind of come around. And then we're like, okay guys, see ya. And then they're not leaving. Now she's taking more hunks of bread. She's taking pieces of the very fancy meat that I still can't think of the name, like a thin salami. Then she tries to grab Tilly's unopened bag of chocolates that I don't think Tilly can find in the States. In a split second, Tilly snatches the chocolates out of the girl's hand and goes, not the chocolate! So we're sitting there just like trying to protect our shit. The brother's like gaining, and the brother is probably, maybe he was 10. Like between the two of them, they were like 8 and 10 years old. So then I realize what's happening, because I'm so fucking naive. My cell phone's to my left, so I quickly grab my cell phone, because you know, you know. Grab my cell phone, put it in my backpack. So my backpack's on us. So we have all of our shit. So now at this point, we're just trying to save the food. They're literally coming over like wolves and just taking our food. But like we're already posted up in like a pretty good spot and like it's quite the spread. So we're not trying to get up and move. So we're just like, fuck off, go away. And so then the brother comes over. Finally, now he's on our case. He grabs the entire package of the fancy, okay, I'm just gonna look up the word for it. She has our grapes, she has some other stuff. So then they go and sit like 3 feet from us to try to intimidate us while they're just like sitting eating our food. And while they're sitting eating our food, trying to intimidate us, they're saying what seemed to be the only American words they knew, which was fucking bitches and go fuck your mother. This is going on for like 10 minutes. It's hilarious, but like we are kind of nervous and uneasy because it's just like, what the fuck? Like what is happening? Slash like give us our food back. So luckily they didn't take the Alp tapenade view or the matzah. We're like, take the matzah. They didn't want the matzah. They're sitting there and like after a few minutes of this, like we're getting sick of it because we're, you know, they're kind of fucking with our vibe. I mean, I'm with 2 girls from New Zealand. The other chick was from England, so like they're a little more polite than me. Just in their voices just sound a little nicer. So I'm the immature one that's like, fuck your mother. So they're like yelling at us, so I'm yelling at them back. So basically, I'm yelling at a bunch of little kids. And we were certainly intimidated by them. I'm not gonna pretend like we were. So they're like, fuck you. And I'm like, no, fuck you. And then they, oh my god, that's so fucked up. The girl tries to come over again to take more food. So in my scariest, loudest, rudest American voice, I try to say, you need to go. Which in situations that I've been in with Tilly specifically, anytime there's like a fucked up situation where the person needs to go, that's like my go-to. You need to go. Like, I don't know. Anyway, she needed to go. So I finally said that very stern. I don't know if she was scared, probably not. But her reaction, I guess she wasn't, I have the hair all over me. Her reaction to my big scary you need to go was she pulled her pants down, turned around, mooned us, ass cheeks spread, crack hanging out, full brown butthole, because her butthole was dirty for, I don't know, a good 10 seconds. Now, that might not seem like a long time, but if you sit here right now and count to 10 full seconds and then think that a child is showing you their fucking butthole in those 10 seconds, it's gonna seem like a long time. So she's doing that and we're all going, what the fuck is happening? Meanwhile, her brother looks on, heckling, and we were all so like shocked and horrified slash amused, and Tilly was just like, she had a water bottle in her hand. She's like, don't make me spray with the water bottle. Like she's gonna like squirt the water bottle out. Like she's gonna spray her like a cat that she's trying to like train to not claw the furniture or something. She finally pulls her pants up and her and the brother scatter off and we watch and they actually get into a van that is like patrolling them around the park. So clearly there were some adults putting them up to this hustling behavior. I don't know. You know, it's fucked up because we were more than happy to share our food with them, but then as soon as it became like a threatening thing, it's like, no, get the fuck away. But please take some of our matzah, please. Anyway, they drove away in the van to go harass more people, and I was just like, holy shit, I'm so happy that I thought to grab my cell phone because you know that's what they were doing, is they were trying to distract us by taking our food, and then the brother was probably gonna come swoop in and steal our shit. And then once they realized that that wasn't gonna happen, they just sat and like called us names and like showed us their brown buttholes. But, you know, Paris, man. Paris. I don't know. It was kind of dirty there. So that's the crazy story about what happened to us in Paris. If you ever hang out at the Eiffel Tower, beware. And we actually saw them go up to other people later and the people instantly just got up and moved. So I'm assuming that's like a known thing. I talked to my friend about it who has traveled there before and she was like, oh my god, I've gotten like stolen, my shit stolen by gypsies twice. Now if you're a gypsy and you're watching this, not all gypsies do that. But some of them do. So it was a crazy story and it kind of like disturbed me for a few minutes. Like I couldn't get the butthole out of my head all day. but every time we talk about it, it was like tears would stream down our face because it was so funny. So every vacation needs a crazy story, and that was definitely the craziest thing that happened on our trip. So stay tuned Monday because you're gonna see actual footage. I did record the 2 gypsy children, so stay tuned for that, baby. Thank you for watching this story time video, and thanks for watching the channel. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Do people still do that? Is that still a thing to tell people to subscribe? And if you found this funny, if you've ever had this happen to you, leave me a comment. I know some people watch this channel and they're like, oh, I wanted to leave a comment, but I felt like it was weird. No, it's not weird. I want you to leave a comment. That's why I'm making this freaking video. So give me a like, give me a comment. Give me that validation I so desperately crave. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Mortadella. Oh, prosciutto. Prosciutto.